Okay, hey there guys, welcome back to another video of slowly watching my units go down the drain until I gain the willpower to play arena again. So, checking in at 292 at the start of the war, after adjusting some masteries before buying boosts. So just scouting out my fights. Today we're up against New Nation in all seriousness though, which they've had a pretty good run of wars so far. Really low deaths. In their last one, I think they had one. So they've been very, very good. And we kind of knew they were going to want to be coming for us in this because I think they're in like second place right now or tied for third and second. It's something like that. But if they were to win, this would give them a massive boost by putting them up on even ground with us and bringing us down to one loss. So we knew they were going to be going in for this war very hard, and so far they have been. And as you can see on the screen, we do actually have a death. So we lost our, what's that, over 600 deathless streak, right? No, I don't think I'm counting this right. I don't know. But, so we lost our deathless streak of 4 wars. It happens. Like, there was no way we were going to go 11 wars deathless in a season. That would have been crazy. Even just like, yeah. So, death happened, but it's only one death like that you can see, so we'll just continue on with the war until the score, and we'll focus on my fights. So I was the final 4 fights of my battle group. I was supposed to place a pre-fight leading into Section 2, so I was supposed to be taking these with people, but it turns out we actually had an extra White Magneto pre-fight, so they didn't need mine. So I was able to put an extra White Magneto on one of my fights. So I had it for Chavez, Mordo, and then a Korg mini-boss. But so I had an extra one, so I had to decide between the Nimrod and the Icarus. I decided for Icarus. So going into Chavez here, I have the White Mags on, and this RNG 4 bleeds. So right there, I feel like I had the parry, and I also felt like I had the re-parry, and I thought it like popped up, but it really was just poison, but I saw like the red P, so I went for it. But I had such great RNG on that fight, outside of that little weird parry thing, which I also have an invulnerability boost on, so I would have taken almost no damage. She just evaporated. It was 4 bleeds, and then it was like 3 bleeds, and then it was so many bleeds. I had really good RNG there. So for this Icarus here, my plan, just heavy. I had a whole plan involving if the global was still up for this fight, but that was taken out of the window once I had to take it after global, my section 2, but I immediately counter his heavy with a medium, placing the detonation on me. Once the global was down, this was literally just a parry heavy fight. Literally just parry heavy and I'm good. And I messed it up right at the start. So fortunately I was able to build up to my SP1 and that removes the detonation. The fight's going a little bit slower than I would have liked, but I have 4 or 5 neuros on and it was pretty quick still. 30 seconds in the end, like, it's a slow fight, so it was still really, really fast, really, really comfortable. I was a little nervous for a second when I did that, because I did not remember if that would scale and how much it would do, because I needed Archangel for this fight. This is really the fight I needed my White Magneto, actually I guess I'm the Chavez. Really needed it for both of these, but this Mordo here, it's just on, I don't want to butcher saying that name, so I'm just not going to. But it's the bleed node, but he doesn't have armors, so should be fine. Just going in with Archangel, it's pretty much the same strategy as the previous 2 fights, just parry heavy. When I fight Mordo with Archangel, because I've done this before, and just in general, I like, if I have the White Magneto, I like getting the parry just a little bit before he gets his power gains. Like right here, I would go for a re-parry, or I would slow it down, and I wait just so I guarantee remove that power gain, because we all know how annoying Mordos can be there. So I like slowing the fight down for that little moment. Right here, he was oddly aggressive for having that, so I just held block, baited it out. The Neuros were going to kill him off first either way before he gets to SP3. Moving up to Nimrod, so I was trying to decide if I wanted to put on the invul or the power start 1, and I put on the invulnerability. So the debate in my head is if I use the power start 1, I get up to my SP2 faster, but a lot of the time when I use the power start 1 with Nebula, I'm honestly like 2.5, 2 3/4 bars of power by the time I actually get like close to 20 charges. And especially for this Nimrod fight, it's pretty similar to when it was on like the buffet node and all these different nodes I've taken him on, where I need to get my 10 charges up, then I need to wait out like 2 cycles. 3 cycles actually. So the strategy for the fight, right, is I get up my 10 charges, so his armors start to fall off. And then once his armors are gone, I wait until the timer fully resets, so that way I make sure I don't glance my SP2 convert, because I've glanced it before. So that's what I try to do here. But yeah, I just go for the invul just so if I eat. Also, when he has armors, he's supposed to shock you, but I think I'm glancing, so I don't end up getting the shocks. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. It might just be it can't apply, so it's not trying to apply. Wasn't exactly sure. I'm just going to take the block damage here. As I said, I have the invul on, so if I eat an SP2, if I eat an heavy to the face, right, if I don't dex that, I just gain power. No damage taken. I wonder if I would trigger my regen off of that. It might actually heal me up, oddly enough. So right here is that situation I'm talking about. Right, if I were to have parried and then thrown the SP2, if I parry it right there, I would have to deal with the special lock. So what I do, I push myself over SP2 before parrying. I push over SP2, parry, then SP2, and as you can see, the armors were still a couple seconds away by the time he died. It's the little things in that fight. It's just like a couple little things that you need to like focus on a little bit. It's not even like that crazy, honestly. So I check the score as I'm closing out. They're up by 1. So that was the score at 14 in, or not 14 in. It's been a couple hours since then. It's been like 5 hours, 4 hours, something around there. So we're at pretty similar fights. They've taken a couple more. Still that 1-0. We are up on fight time. Arguably up on fight time. I don't think we'll lose 2,000-ish seconds in the next 20 fights, but we could. You never know if we have really slow fights. So this is going to be a real nail-biter of a war. Really, it's going to be a stressful one. It's going to be just like that salty one. People were wondering if this was going to be a 0-0. Hopefully they don't go for 0 and it's 1-1 or 2-1 for us and we win. I would really like that. It'd be a really great way to end off this week. Hopefully your guys' wars are going well. Hopefully it's not as stressful as this. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye.